Welcome back to Old World Fanatics. It's Gomo here. I want to share with you a excerpt from episode 113 where Josh, Andrew and myself go through the leaks from the War of Settra's Fury, the latest Arcane Journal out for Warhammer the Old World. If you're a regular listener, you've probably already heard this because we chatted about that and a lot of other stuff over 2.5 hours. But if you're just interested in what we think about the new Arcane Journal, the two armies of infamy in that, as well as all the Tomb King goodness, this video is for you. Grab your paintbrush and enjoy. Why don't we talk about Settra's new Arcane Journal? So, yeah,
that's
so
why they're here. That's why the people are here.
We're only going to cover what was leaked in terms of the rule part. Just quickly, I'll bring it up now. So it's really ugly pics that I took off the Square-based YouTube channel. Actually, on my iPad while I was down at the hotel on Friday. So I don't know. Hopefully. See that okay.
I can't believe G-Dub still hasn't recognized this, and we just get our own book. Like this is this is crazy.
Yeah, I know the quality reviews we do. Like,
oh yeah.
Now the only thing before I get into it, because I'm sure we will have some interesting takes on this book. Well, at least, but the only thing I would like to say is we're only actually reviewing. What have I got here? 10 pages or something. So
yeah,
it's interesting that there's also the battle match or whatever it's called, the 500 to 750. Then I'm assuming there's lore about this whole Settra's thing. So I'm like, it's kind of cool to get this much. I don't know. I won't call it like feedback. What do you call it? Like sort of people's response, both positive and negative, just from this one book because it's touched on so many things. So I thought that's actually positive.
It is a broad subject. Yeah. That is true.
Like compared to, I feel like the other one, Cathay V2, sort of just came and went, and it didn't really do anything. Like, have you guys? I mean, I've seen like 4 Jade Fleet lists out there, which aren't really all they do is add some outriders. Like that doesn't really do anything.
It just adds a few options. Yeah, I know. Really.
Well, having said that, we'll get into this because the other part of this discussion, if we get to it, we definitely want to talk about Cathay a little bit in terms of its power level. And I guess, let's be honest, that journal did probably push that as well with one of the magic items, particularly that was added in. So I guess, inadvertently it has still made a bit of a
I mean, it's interesting because, as you say, it's broader and it seems to be more relevant to a lot more players. But at the same time, I wonder how much of this you're going to see like on the table, like in the near term anyway.
Yeah. And obviously we're probably skewing from the sort of event tournament sort of mindset as well. People are probably loving it. The ability to sort of make these big empire looking armies, so it's not a bad thing. I don't want to come across as negative at all. I just think, it's just interesting.
And it was interesting. Like, I think this book has highlighted some other things about, possibly, which we could probably get into as well, be a good discussion, is like quality control and how much stuff is actually reviewed. I'm like, almost thinking sometimes that's where these like.
Do you mean just from a copyright point of view, or do you mean like? Oh, okay, you actually mean gameplay, like?
Oh, just everything. Like, this just seems like for such a big release like these books, you'd think they'd be. I'd like to think they'd be bulletproof, but we've seen so many things come out previously that it just seems like a bit of a schmozzle. Like. The review process on these sorts of things.
Well, this was funny. I mean, I know. I think you're talking a little bit about the gameplay as well, but I do find it funny that this book's missing a rule, and it's also missing. I don't have the picture here, but I think they screwed up 2 of the 3 measurements on the.
That's the sort of stuff like I'm talking about. Like,
yeah.
It's not just overpowered rules, but it's just like almost like the whole thing. I'm like, doesn't this go to like some editor that proofs it and somebody else proofs it? Like, it just.
Yeah. It's. I made a comment, and it's probably off topic. This way, things go for 2 hours. But I made a comment, sort of snarky, a few episodes about do these people who say they playtest actually playtest? That's the bit I was like, really? Because there's no way. Like, if I gave this to Chris Cousins, he'd see this straight away. He would go, "What the fuck is that?" Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many people in our community that you can point to that said. If you just gave it to them, they'd sort it out in an evening and send it back to you. So I don't know who you're sending these things to.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I hope I don't offend people by saying that. But anyway.
There you go.
Yeah, an entry. There you go. He's
Get him, Entropy.
He's up as a playtester.
How dare you? Go away.
Anyway, that's enough offending. Let's offend some Tomb Kings. Let's start with Tomb Kings. I guess the funny thing with this whole vibe of this is it's very Tomb King focused, and then it doesn't really have a whole lot of Tomb King stuff. And let's just let the cat out of the bag now. And we got fuck all around mounts. I don't know what happened there with that whole article about
the monstrous.
It said monstrous mounts.
People even had a go at us on their comment section.
Oh no,
for not knowing Tomb Kings because
none of us play it.
I know.
We don't have any Tomb King players.
And then it came out to be a skeletal steed.
I thought the skeletal steed was going to be like some beefed up sort of like unicorn sort of thing, like 2 attacks or 3 attacks, like actually a monstrous creature or monstrous beast, or something. But then it's just like
reeks of they gave the book to the marketing department, and the marketing department went, there's this model and this book. Oh yeah, look at it. Yeah, that's what we'll do without actually.
It's it's so ridiculous. Like, and they've you basically have to now replace an entire page. Like if you want to have an up to date thing, you have to. So you have a single
line or 2 lines. Is it? It's 2 lines probably because it's under the. Actually, is it 3 because it's under each one? Like, as in the level 4, the level 2, and the Tomb King. Is it under all?
I think it's just 1 line. It's got the profile though of the Barded Steed.
Yeah.
But yeah, for that much of like obstruction, like you really think they'd be adding more than just a single Barded Steed.
Back to the veterinarian questions.
No,
it's a pretty easy gelding process. When there's
no bone in the.
There's nothing left.
There's nothing.
Not in terms of
not
the
what they call it a boner. I don't think.
No. There's no
bone.
There's no bone. So I'd say the skeleton. Is there cartilage? Is there any cartilage that would be possibly hanging off a bit of skin? I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting into it too much. Not
in the testicle part where the gelding occurs. No.
Okay.
If you really want to get into it, no.
No.
Entropy. No. The question is, how do these skeletal steeds replicate?
Yeah, it's all magic, man. Magic. And that's it's ritual magic. And we could segue to that with these new incantations. So I don't know if we're not covering skeletal steeds.
Beautiful segue.
There's one page here.
That's for one of the best segues.
So let's chat.
Months.
We'll chat about these new ritual magic. So this was coming, the incantations of the mortuary cult.
It's not my fault.
I know. For those listening to this video, we'll probably cut these rules out just for a video, and they're probably like, "What are these guys going on about?" But anyway, this we do talk about this on our podcast, so this is what this is. The ritual magic. So basically, we have a couple of cool sort of. I guess they're like they're not even like prayers. They're a little bit like the runic stuff and stuff where you get an extra whole item slot for a new thing, but it is a spell of sorts type thing. So the cool thing here is, one thing I do like, unless again, correct me if I'm wrong, because I've read this once on Friday, is it's a whole new slot. So high priests get up to 3 of these, mortuary priests get up to 2, and necrotex and arch necrotex, which are in the mortuary cult, get 1 as well. So that's cool because that way they get a little bit of a spell. Because mortuary cult needs a little bit more of a magic buff because, as everyone knows, it's quite poor performing in the magic side of things.
Sorry, I'll be back. My 3D printer's making some
you're right. No worries. So that I like that because it's not taking you out of your arcane slot and all that sort of stuff. That's not this extra thing you have to pay, which is cool.
Yeah, it's true.
It is just straight leadership test. Obviously, they'll get to reroll because they'll all take heralds. Then
right, so you just reroll it anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's a bound spell, but it's not like there's no plus to cast or anything. It's literally a leadership test.
Right.
So really, it's like these.
It goes off at the bound value. Is that what it is?
Yes, basically. Yeah. Okay. So dispelling it, you have to beat the bound value. So they're actually technically a little easier to dispel, because of that. Because you're not throwing in, your rolls that you got, and you can't miscast or dispel miscast them. They're just, you roll the dice. If you pass your leadership test, it goes off. And if you dispel it, like even if you double wondered or whatever, you're not gonna successfully dispel it, but you're not actually miscasting when you whatever it's called. What's called beaten the art, whatever it's called. I think it's on the
outclassed in the art.
Outclassed in the art, yeah. And then the other cool thing with them, I thought, because some of them, well, I don't know if they're expensive, but they are in some sense, is if you fail those leadership tests, if you fail the leadership test, the scroll isn't used. So you basically get to cast this thing, apart from unless it gets dispelled.
Yeah,
so that's cool. It's not a one-time thing.
But if it's dispelled, you can't cast it again, right? So it's only successfully goes off.
Yeah.
But then dispelled and it still crumbles into dust, right? Because you got to the end of the sentence on the scroll.
Okay. Yes, exactly. It basically, the words crumble to dust. So that's pretty cool, man. They are going on about this skeletal steed. I would have put a whole slide in if I knew the skeletal steed was so exciting for it.
Apparently, it's really.
Let's go through them. There's only one page, but it's over 2 here, just so we get all of it. So we'll just go from the top. So scroll the withering.
So
50 points.
Gobbo, any of these you're particularly keen on?
Yes, a couple. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I think so.
Okay. Sorry. Go on. You don't have to say which ones, but okay. Cool.
Scroll the Withering, 50 points. It's a hex, casting value 8, range 21. Until the start of the next basically for an entire one of your turns, the enemy units -1 strength and initiative cannot make ward or regen saves, and you can cast it into combat. And we might as well say up front, because this is, I think, one of the interesting things with these is, yes, they're technically easy to dispel, but they've got some pretty long ranges here. So unless you're rocking out with a level 4 and in the right spot, you're rolling 2d6 on a, what's it called? Sorry, and I'm buggered, like I said today, so my brain's not going to be working. You guys know what I mean. You're doing your fated. Yeah, you only get one of them.
Yeah, and you get 8 or 9 really on my. Is it? Oh no, there's a 7. Okay, there's 1 7, but otherwise it's 8.
Yeah, so you're
like a 42% chance of dispelling it, I think.
Yeah, well, you need to roll 9, 10, or 11, or 12.
I have to roll above 8. Oh,
you got to roll above.
Right. Sorry,
I'm pretty sure it said yeah.
So, no, I think you're right. Sorry, no, you're right. Absolutely right. That's even worse.
Yeah, so I don't think. So I think to me these are actually quite good. I think it's the points that start becoming a problem. But.
Even on a level 4 or 3, you still need to roll a 7 or more, which is not. There's no guarantee you're going to hit that either.
Yeah, well, that's right, because you're only getting them +2. Yeah, if you're a level 4. So I mean, yeah, that's right. Yeah. I think I think if you're playing, I think you would have to plan though to be using these, and hopefully not in range as well. I just think if you,
I think you're right. Yeah.
But anyway, that's that one.
Yeah,
because you can just fire it at the right time. You wait till you can't. Yeah.
Okay. Scroll of Summoning, 45 points. I'm not going through all the text. It's enchantment, casting value 8, range 21. The target friendly unit regains D3 lost wounds until your start of next sub phase. They improve their regen by 1. So again, to me, that's actually an interesting one, because you probably would cast that when you're out of range. Maybe something, I don't know, like on a send a Necro Sphinx in with a 4-up regen or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like something like that. It's interesting.
45 points is a fair whack for that, though.
But I think the points are going to be the problem here. This is the issue. Like, you're going to be going. Now, I do like that. Like I said, they're in a different slot. It's not like you're making decisions around, I can't fit in, the lore familiar or the.
Yeah, true.
So
you're not making decisions in that regard.
Off the army rather than
just off the army itself. Well, can you see some running the Scroll of Withering, the one that knocks off the ward or regen saves? Like, I can see that really hurting some characters.
Does that hit
particularly
the Graveguard
sitting in chariots with a 5 up?
But just imagine hitting the Graveguard unit with that a little bit. But that probably only affects the regen. They don't. The strength. A lot of people, you're not worried about the strength at the time. You're just trying to kill them. So maybe not. Sorry, and I did miss one other big point, which I thought, because it'll come up with another one here, is good luck with your magic res, isn't it? I don't give a shit about it. I'm just doing a leadership role. So all these people with MR2 dwarves hanging around and shit, I don't care. I'm just trying to pass my leadership.
Yep.
So I think that's a really interesting thing with it. Again, I hope I'm not saying anything wrong there because I value, like I said, I just skimmed it.
No, that's
came out.
That's
so correct me. I'll go to the other side and then I'll go down because the others are off the page here. So Scroll of the Outcast Dead is 35 points. Magic Vortex, casting value 8. It's only 18-inch range. Remains in play. Place a small 3-inch blast template, so the center's within 8-inch, blah, blah, blah. It's treated as difficult terrain. Template scatters D6 during the start of turn, and it's any unit, friend or foe, that moves over or touches it is strength 4, AP -2 with multi-wounds D3 special rule. Any unit that suffers 1 or more unsaved wounds have to take a panic test. I mean, the biggest issue here is the low value, the low range hurts you as well.
Yeah.
But if it does go through something, it's pretty. It's like, again, probably not meta here, but man, imagine this going through ogres. You know, like strength 4, AP -2, multi-wounds 2-3. Like that could do some damage.
But it's just any unit, isn't it?
Ogres.
It's not any model. Any unit that moves through the template or the template moves over.
Oh, is that? Well.
Yeah.
It's units, not model. Okay, well, that's shit. I'm not.
If it was, that would be awesome.
Yeah, you really have to just target
so the entire
like
unit
a wizard if they're hanging around behind, maybe. Yeah, that's sorry, I misread that one. I'm thinking about another one down here, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, but it triggers a panic check, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure of that one now. Sorry, I thought it was what it ran through. Yeah, totally. Let's go to the next page because we've got the
that would have been awesome, as you say, against ogres. That would have been amazing.
Scroll of Awakening. This one I thought was interesting. So this is the one. Scroll of Awakening, 40 points. It's still, pricey. Magic Missile, casting value 9, 27-inch range. Place a small 3-inch blast template over the unit.
Range.
Any enemy model whose base lies, so basically template, strength 4, AP -2. That's the one I thought you'd drop on some dwarves. Because again, you're not going to totally wipe a heap, or as we'll see, maybe drop on a bunch of humans from the Renegade Crowns. They're 3-up save. It's not going to help them.
That's right. 4 up. And I like the casting value is quite high, is like really high at 9.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be.
You don't scatter it, do you? So it's just.
It's just basically like it's basically like a little mortar shot, but it's just a direct hit, bang. Yeah. 40 points really though, but now think about it, you can spam these, can't you? Like it's nothing. Am I right? Like they're all common
against the right unit. That's gonna hurt.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it was you couldn't have the same combination or something.
So it's a little bit like the runic stuff. So you can't just take one of them 3 times. You'd have to like mix it up a little bit like that. I probably should have covered that. Hey, where was that? Right at the top. No 2 characters in army can have the same combination. So it's like the dwarf one where you're going to have to start throwing some other little things in if you want to spam. And then it gets right. I think
that's a clever design, actually. Just a no duplication thing. Like it's actually very, quite a beautiful way of preventing overuse of something.
Yeah.
I should really like it. Yeah.
I actually had a whole topic on something like that, which I'll talk to you guys about later. But anyway, very similar to that. Anyway, cool. And then last one is it's not. It's the Scroll of Urgency. We've got 2 left. Scroll of Urgency, 30 points. Conveyance, casting value 7, range 21. The friendly unit, or if the target friendly unit has already moved during the movement phase, they're going to immediately move again. Scroll of Urgency. So, like a little, Arcane Urgency for 30 points, basically.
Yeah, that looks useful.
Good.
Yeah, very good, I think. Especially, again, first turn onto a Necrosphinx flying 18 and then an 18. 18 again, like depending on where you send him to, like if you can still hit him with the range and out of range of them. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting how. Sorry. Yeah, keep going.
I was just going to say what about there's a lot of these double dragons running around with like a high priest on them and stuff, and you're like, well, now he can double move himself. It's pretty.
Yeah.
Just having a fucking dragon in the back line straight away is not the nicest thing. So,
nope.
Yeah.
No,
I like how it actually specifies in that text, like not including failed charge moves. Like his Arcane Urgency, I felt like it was a bit confused. And I remember talking about this a couple months ago. Like, can you or can you? And I was actually really confused. This one actually, I feel like they're actually almost preparing for a bit of an FAQ in that regard, but putting it in there in the rule is really helpful.
Mm-hmm. Do you move outside? Because this one just says during this movement phase. It doesn't say anything about remaining moves. So is there any way you can move? I'm trying to think. Not really. You can't. Is there any way to like abuse this like that? I don't know. But anyway, Scroll of Righteous Smiting, 10 points. Enchantment, casting value 7. Range self. Remains. Fuck, they're annoying, aren't they? I love our patrons. Remains in play. Whilst this spell is in play, friendly units whose troop type is War Machine that are within the caster's command range can reroll single artillery dice or scatter dice per turn. So, I mean, that's bloody good. It remains in play. Again, you'd want to be back at the board, but this is where your artillery is. Sort of turns your little Necrotech or level 1 Mortuary Priest into an engineer, basically. But, I mean, it's got to roll an 8. If you're a level 1, you get close enough. Like, it's 50-50, you can get rid of it. But if you don't, command range, pretty easy to have 2 Screaming Skull Catapults in range of this.
Yeah,
no, it's a really good value. I mean, I feel like it's very tempting to start just putting in like a whole bunch of scrolls in some of these are useful in the right circumstances. But you could end up spending like 150 points, 200 points.
You'd almost lose a unit probably, like a small unit of something just by chewing through them. Yeah. I wonder what we'll end up seeing. I wonder if people will settle into I think if you're bringing War Machines, you're probably obviously taking this one. But then if you want 2 of them somehow, now I don't know if you would because what's the? I don't know, maybe you would over 2 turns. You get 2 shots.
No, I can see you wanting it. Yeah, it's only 10 points. I don't think it would hurt, especially because you might want a bit of redundancy because as you say, it wouldn't be that hard to dispel it necessarily. Only it's a 7.
But you could move back as well, couldn't you? Like if this is all you're doing,
you
could just, So you cast it, move back your command range to the back of the board, and you'd be even further back. So
especially on I don't know, it depends on the army. If you're the one taking Screaming Skulls, maybe you've got a baggage train back there. So you give your little level 1. I don't know, some other magic missiles as well. And he's just basically sitting back. He's like an engineer then. He's buffing that stuff and keep getting little shitty stuff from, Yeah, I can see that one's definitely one. I think you'll see the movement one potentially. And I don't know, that magic missile that just plonks on.
Yeah, the awakening urgency and smiting.
It's expensive, but 27-inch range, you're basically guaranteed you have to fate it. Like the right person's always going to shoot it when you can't dispel it. So
those are useful. But I guess what I'm saying is if you were to take 1 awakening, 1 urgency, and 2 smiting, that's 90 points of scrolls. It's adding up. It's adding up.
Totally.
A little bit of self-restraint, I feel.
Yeah,
but they can all be useful depending on the situation in the army.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that a little bit of flavor, something new to throw in there. And I'm guessing, am I right? And you can take. Is this? I should have read this first thing. Is this only in the Mortuary Cult or is it everywhere?
I don't think so.
Okay.
My understanding is
it's just anywhere. Okay, cool. I like that.
It's just anywhere.
Awesome. All right, well, that's that for that.
Ever-growing stack of books to run this army.
That's true. Yeah.
I thought I did read up somewhere about Mortuary Cult, but I think that was in like some of the pre-release stuff. Like they're going, you get these scrolls for Mortuary Cult or something.
Yeah, they're cool. Well, Mortuary Cult incantation.
Yeah, but I'm guessing
I think that was marketing again, potentially not knowing what they're actually writing.
Yeah.
There's the character mount you're talking about, like changing the what's it called?
No, it's 3 lines.
It's not just one. It's on each one. It's got barded. Yeah, cool. Though we did get this guy. which, sorry, I've cut off the top. It's, what's it called? Winged. Oh, there is Winged War Sphinx for 180 points. Weapon skill 4, strength 5, tough 6, 5 wounds, 4 attacks, leadership 8, behemoth. Look, I mean, he's like a Necrosphinx, really. Close order, combat, fly. Sorry, counter charge. Oh, he's got counter charge though. Hang on. The Necrosphinx doesn't have counter charge, does he? Can't remember.
I don't think so.
There
was a joke. One of I saw a ridiculous comment later. Where is it?
I totally missed that on Squarebase review because I was skimming through. I wasn't really reading it. That's pretty interesting. Big for a behemoth to have counter charge, that's cool.
It is.
And then normal stuff. Now here's I feel like they might have corrected the Necrosphinx on this. So Necrosphinx was one of the only ones that had like 4 attacks or whatever, but then it had the extra attack. I think it's 5 attacks.
Yeah.
But then he has like you then make another attack with its poison attack. Whereas this is like the other ones where it's like, no, you basically use one of your attacks, which is makes more sense. But it's again a bit of a nerf down from the Necrosphinx. I think he's 15 points cheaper and he's got one less wound, as far as I remember. Sorry, I haven't played my Necrosphinx for a little bit. And the breath weapon is probably, I don't even know if the Necrosphinx doesn't have one. So he's got a decent breath weapon. Strength 4, AP -1 against units. The flying cat thing is the biggest airborne lol. Watch out, folks. Counter charge coming at you with initiative 4 at best. Yeah, well, that's yeah. I thought when I first saw this that they bumped it up, but no, he's still initiative 4. So it's like that's what happened when I charged my Necrosphinx into your, what was it, like crypt ghouls or something? They still higher initiative. Just wiped a bit.
Yeah.
And to be asked, would winged war sphinxes lay eggs or have live babies, Josh? I reckon they lay eggs. Maybe form into larvae that maybe are like little pond dwelling, like
but the other annoying
dragonfly larvae are like really cool. Like they're actually sometimes you have them in like an aquarium and they're like these actually quite large carnivorous larvae that can eat fish, and people think they're actually an animal, and then they actually like grow into a dragonfly, and it's like life cycles. They're really cool.
Yeah. Especially the ones that go through weird stuff like that. Yeah. Sorry, we keep pushing on. It's going to be a long one. You can only take this in Tomb Kings of Grand Khemri, the Grand Army, or the Mortuary Cult. And the annoying thing here too is they sort of stripped off the Howdah, which I thought was a bit annoying. Like it would have been actually kind of interesting if you actually had Tomb Guard on this thing as well. But yeah, I don't think you're going to see it. It's just not Necrosphinxes, unfortunately. I'd take the wound and I think it's where it's got an extra attack or more with 15 points. So it is what it is. But again, it wasn't a mount. So kind of weird that we got this and still wasn't a mount.
It's this big behemoth, and they talk about all these extra monstrous mounts and stuff, and they just release it without having it as an option. Which is the
only thing I'll say one more with the Tomb Kings before we move on, because that was it. I'm excited about the scrolls, but look, it's not all a miss. I think the models are awesome that they're bringing out. So like you can't complain if you're Tomb Kings getting those more modern sculpt miniatures that we're getting as well. So yeah, it might not have got the rules all that we wanted, but didn't totally luck out, which is good. Now, man, there is a lot for that other Renegade crowd. So what we're going to do is listen to Andrew run us through his Slayers that he gets now.
Yeah,
because we get a Slayer.
All I've heard is it's great.
Yeah, it's real great. It's better than digging holes for your renovation. It's freaking fantastic. But the one thing I'm really, really disappointed about now is I can't play somebody with my seals, my Sea Guard. Sorry, yeah. I've been out in the sun all day, and my beer's going to my head. The Sea Guard Army of Infamy is no longer the worst. There is no way that anything is anywhere near as bad as this, because you got, I don't know, like the way I'd rank it would be definitely like Minotaurs, and then Sea Guard, and then these guys would be my bottom 3. Because I don't know. I'm trying to work out like from what they did in 6th edition to what this one, like I just don't know. It's just very expensive. But anyway, people are coming on here defending it, thinking it's okay, but I don't know.
I'd love, because you guys can almost do this, to have
we could have a Slayer versus
Seaguard Minotaurs.
Oh, a triple one. Oh, yeah.
But these guys just get shot off. Like, I don't know. They do all right against the Minotaurs, actually. I'd give them that.
The problem is the Seaguard would beat both because just shoot both of them off.
Yeah, just shoot both off.
Right. Yeah.
But, yeah, I think there's one rule they could have put in and it would have made these guys half decent, but they didn't. They unfortunately didn't do that. So, yeah, we'll go into the characters. So, now let me get I'll zoom in here because I can't read with my... I
can read them if you want. And you
no, it's all right. I'll just have it on a real small screen.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So that is about. I was going to bring this up with the Doom Seekers, so you can just have bulk Doom Seekers basically running in. But yeah. So for characters wise, you got 50% of your army, so you can have Ungram Iron Fist, who's obviously out of the last Arcane Journal. Is pretty expensive, but I suppose is okay.
How much is he?
Like 300.
He's in the 4s, 300. Okay. Yeah.
It's like mid 300s, I think. So he kind of like gives you some rules and bits and pieces, but I just don't think he fits well within the Slayer army. So outside of that, you can have a Demon Slayer per 1,000 points, 2 Dragon Slayers per Slayer unit taken. So you could actually have quite a few Dragon Slayers if you really wanted to. You just load up on your Slayer units. So for core, it's 20% of your army. It's just got to be Slayers. So, I mean, you'd probably get...
Now, that's interesting, though. At least they brought that down. Like, that's cool to see such a small core.
Yeah. Oh, imagine if it was 33. Oh.
He would have been... Andrew would have turned up for this. He would have like, fuck. I've quit. I've gone to AOS.
Yeah, no.
Get straight back out to dig some more holes.
That's it.
Frustration holes.
Yeah.
I like that they've done that, though. Like, they've admitted, like, we've got one option here. We don't even have good models for them. We'll just make it 20%.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They might bring something out with this. I'm not sure. But, yeah, so special 50% of your army could be go into 0 to 1 units of the Brotherhood of Grimnir. We'll get into that in a little bit. And then this is kind of cool. So this is where the Doom Seekers are coming from. You can have up to 0 to 4 Doom Seekers per Demon or Dragon Slayer taken, but you can have 2 Dragon Slayers per unit of Slayers taken. So you could actually really load up on these guys.
You could. Do you reckon you could fill? Yeah, you can fill half your army.
Oh, if you really wanted to, yeah. And the Doom Seekers
can you play
go
a points denialist thing here where you actually do, basically, run them,
you kill them and
try and kill them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But these guys are really good. Like, they're actually pretty good in combat. So that's about the only thing I could find with play would just be like bulk Doom Seekers, maybe like MSU with some real strong characters, things like that. That would be
the fact that too. Like, if you put all those demons, like all the Doom Seekers, in front of all those other units, like you basically have to kill the Doom Seekers, to get to the units that are going to give you the points. So but you're going to lose points by killing the Doom. So it's like frustrating as a player when you play against that. You're like, fuck's sake.
They're not super cheap, the Doom Seekers, but you do have to kill them. But I've never been able to. They're just too much of a threat, and they vanguard up and they're just coming at you. So.
Yeah, and if you ignore them too long, they'll end up getting into combat with you, and you got to kill them anyway. So it's like, fuck, frustrating. Yeah. What does Sakuda just say? He says 8 to 12 Doom Seekers in your characters with Rune of Dishonor. You start the game with in the hole as points, but enemy has so much trouble getting through them they can't ignore them. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it'd be quite frustrating to play against.
Yeah. It'll just be like Doom Seeker army.
Yeah.
It's a shame the Slayers aren't seen as a functional part of the army, though. They're the core. But
yeah, no, exactly. And the other thing as well is if you're going to want objectives, you kind of need to have these bigger units of Slayers, or go the Brotherhood to like be able to take them. For unit strength and whatnot. But unfortunately, Slayers do die quite quickly to shooting. But anyway, so rare 25% of your army can go into 0 to 1 Goblin Hewers per 1,000 points. They're
how does that change? I can't remember. They're pretty hopeless. But what about in the infantry matter? Are they getting better? Or I can't remember.
I think that'd be a little bit better. My understanding. I haven't even looked at them again. I thought they do like a through and through, or like a hits per like
rank. Was it?
Yeah, rank or something.
Weird rule. Yeah.
Yeah. You can have a dwarf cart, but it can only be can't be the miner's cart. It's just going to be the beer cart.
Oh, hang on. That's the good one, isn't it? That's the movement one.
Yep.
You never see the miner one, really, do you? Not really.
Nah. It gives you some shitty attack with ranged attack. If your army includes Ungram, you can take a unit of hammerers and mercenaries. I think it is.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't get that picture. Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's rangers. BSB. So the a single dragon.
So rangers is up to 20% just as mercenaries. Fuck, I missed that on the slide. Sorry. Does that mean are they normal mercs, or did it have anything to do with like they don't act as the rolling a 1, they don't turn up type?
Oh, the misbehaving mercenaries.
Yeah.
Oh,
is there any comment about that? I didn't see it.
There's nothing.
I
didn't see on there about it.
Yeah, okay.
Which is kind of annoying because you think they wouldn't, but I mean.
Yeah, but then why would they make them mercs? They might just add them in somewhere else, I guess.
Yeah,
into another slot. Yeah.
Try and be themey to a certain degree. Yeah. Any models that have the option of purchase runes may do so, and then same with like the runic tattoos.
And you got a Dragon Slayers at BSB. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that's pretty good.
It's called modeling opportunity. Yeah.
So you could give your BSB the ward save, and then you'd also get your ward save against shooting. But not there's no sort of like generic thing, which is what I was hoping for. Special rules from the wilds. So 0 to 1 units with unit strength of 10 or less can get ambushes and skirmishes for 1 point per model. It's not terrible. You go so slow, like, maybe ambushes might be viable as an option.
But then you are locked to like just 10.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's the Slayer off the top of your head per model? Like, is he like?
Oh, they're expensive.
Yeah.
I think they're 14.
It'd be nice if you didn't have to pay for that.
Yeah. I'll have to have a look.
It doesn't matter. Keep going. This is going to be a big episode otherwise. Yeah.
12 points.
12. Yep.
But then you get upgrades and stuff, don't you?
Base. But additional hand weapons are 1, great weapons are 2. Yeah. You got a bunch of upgrades.
Yeah.
So look, Snorri, trolls. So after deployment, but before deploying scouts or making vanguards, all units of the Brotherhood can make this look Snorri trolls, and then so you get like a free move. So it's like a pre-vanguard D3+1 for each unit.
Okay.
Rolled separately.
So effectively, if you've got some vanguards like the Doom Seekers, they would end up going D3+4. Is that right? Because they get vanguard, don't they?
Yeah. And then they get like a mini swift stride, so they are pretty quick. Troll hunter, quick for dwarves. Troll hunters. So 0 to 1 characters and the Slayer host per 1,000 points. They have the Scout special rule for 10 points per model, which isn't too bad because they can, maybe scout out near a unit of rangers or something like that just to help support.
Well, like I know you're going to lose your +1, but a lot of other armies are starting to have a scout anyway, and they'll, you back them. So it's not like every army you play against, it doesn't have the +1. But also, if you're going to get shot off, sometimes why don't you put them right up the board? Like even though you probably go second, I don't know. I feel like you've reduced a turn of shooting anyway.
Yeah, well, that's it. Wards of Grimnir. Look, I think this just could have been made a lot better just with a small change. So any unit in a Slayer host, Army of Infamy, that includes a standard bearer, may purchase a Ward of Grimnir for 1 point per model. I'm assuming that doesn't affect your standard bearer, like I don't know, like your normal standard choices that you can get.
No,
I'm not too sure what Slayer options have for standard like points allowance, but anyway. So yeah, sorry, for 1 point per model, a unit gets a 6+ ward save against any wound suffered during the shooting phase that were caused by non-magical enemy attack, which to me is kind of annoying because it's only that sort of shooting. Some people said they should have had a 6+ ward for everything. I don't mind if it was just like any wound suffered during the shooting phase or something like that. So like it'll be against magic missiles and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, because there's a lot of like people with heaps of magic shooting, so you're still going to get smashed. I feel anyway.
And you're paying for that privilege.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so worst amongst equals. So if your army includes Ungram, you must be a general. If not, you must nominate a demon or dragon slayer to act as your general. Even though the learner special rule normally prevents it, however, to reflect that slayers make poor leaders, a dragon slayer or demon slayer that is the general does not gain inspiring presence, which probably doesn't mean a whole heap because a lot of stuff
does it make a difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose you got your rangers maybe, but mercenaries, I don't know how that works with leadership anyway. I'm not sure. They're leadership 9, so yeah.
So anyway, what we're talking about, like Angela just said, you can literally make an army that only has 400 points that are scoreable. So so like that's just
do it, John. Do it. It'd be a nice small army at least. So yeah, sorry. If the general of a Slayer host bears the rune of Dishonored, the enemy player can win the bonus victory points for slaying them as normal. So yeah, that's the one where you don't get the victory points. The points for killing them.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. So more ridiculous.
So I'm just double checking. So that might only be if you kill the general. So you still win
the bonus victory points.
You only get the 100 points or 50, whatever it is. You don't get any of the points for killing the actual dude. Yeah. So
I think you get him for the killing the dude, like his points, but not the general's points.
Yeah. Oh.
Huh? No, but if the general has the rune.
Yeah, I don't think you do. I don't think you get the points for the general.
Oh, sorry, no, the opposite. The opposite.
Yeah.
The opposite. So you get the general points, not the character point. Yeah. I completely.
Yeah, you just get the bonus.
So basically, you're just not getting any points out of the army, which again isn't going to win. It's not going to win tournaments doing that, but it's not going to lose, I guess.
But I just think that against the shooting, if they got rid of that, just to give them a 6+ ward against shooting,
this would be a fucking arsehole army though in teams if people find a good points and all thing like that, and they can get good matchups where it just sits there and just doesn't lose. I don't know. Yeah, sorry, Josh, you're going to say something?
I was going back to the Luxnori Trolls one where they move D3+1. Is that going to get a? I just wonder, do they need to make it random, or could they just have nominated 3 inches?
Yeah.
Like, do you have to roll D3 for every unit? Like, it just seems like unnecessary bookkeeping to roll it out.
Yeah.
So the other thing
it doesn't matter.
6th edition, you got like was it a 6-inch move or might have even been 12. It was some ridiculous move. The Slayer army got to Vanguard.
The Slayer army?
Yeah, it might have even been 12-inch Vanguard.
Rolling is fun. The other thing I thought, the funny thing that might have been interesting, but I'm probably OP'd, if they changed the Slayers to you have like a 4-up ward save on turn 1, 5-up Well, 5 up ward save on turn 1, 6 up ward save turn 2, and then you lose your ward save on turn 3 or something like that. So basically, you're making him get across the table into combat. That'd be something like that would have been interesting. And just simple.
I've gone against Slayers before, like I remember, and I just had a small unit of, I think it was, well, wasn't that small, but 12 or something Quarrelers, and pretty much just took out the whole Slayer unit before they got across the board. Like it was, they're just,
Is this the only new unit? Is this the Brotherhood of Grimnir or whatever it's called? Yeah. Sorry, like some of these, I was taking these on the iPad, so.
They got 2 attacks. So they got like some pretty good.
I totally missed the top of it.
Yeah, so it's kind of like
sorry, it is there.
Oh, yeah. So it's a Slayer with 2 attacks sort of thing. Weapon skill 5. So I think they got a little bit more people weapon skill. But 18 points, they're real expensive.
Is it normal Slayer strength 4? I guess it doesn't matter because you're always winning on a 4 up. So.
Maybe they're not.
I thought they were just normal dwarves almost, aren't they? I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, they could be strength 3. But the big thing that stuck out, was the weapon skill
3
and the 2 attacks.
That's the thing. Well, that's what you want. You want to be hitting more. You're always hitting on 4s at least anyway. I mean, wounding. Hey? Yep. So, and the 2 attacks really helps. But 18 points, they get pricey.
Yeah.
But let's go through the other rules. Yeah, they've got other stuff.
But I'll just clarify. So I've got the Storm of Chaos supplement from 6th Ed. So the looks, interestingly, the same rules are the same name in the 6th Ed Slayer army. It looks Story Trolls. But it's actually, as you say, Andrew, a lot further. So it's 2d6 inches for each unit. So that's a more worthwhile dice roll because that's a it's worth rolling that. But rolling d3 plus 1, I don't know. It's just pointless. But 2d6 inches, that's actually a big surge forward, and I feel like that would help to close the distance quite a lot.
Yeah.
Interestingly, there's also the runic standard 50 points in that army list, which is a standard which gives any friendly unit within 12 inches of that standard gains a 5 up ward save against any ranged attack. Which is completely different design choice. But anyway, we're not playing 6th Ed, so, but it's good to compare.
We'll just port them over. I think it's fair. I just think it's fair. Sorry, brother.
The other thing here is the 2 wounds on the Shrine Keeper, which Kuda brought out as well. So I like that it's not just the same as everything else. It's actually kind of interesting to see some infantry with 2 attacks. It's pretty rare, and then this extra bump for a champ is pretty cool.
He is like it's weird. It's like a mini character, like a demi character. So you can have
cool. I like that design choice though. Like that's an interesting way. It's good use of champions.
Yeah, it is. It's good to see. Yeah. So sorry. The additional hand weapon, so you can get 3 attacks, plus 1 point, or a great weapon which gives you the better AP. But these guys do have Gromwell weapons, which gives them AP anyway. And then, like you said before, Gomo, they always wound on a 4+. So you can have the Shrine Keeper, which is the champion, which is kind of like a mini character. Standard Bearer Musician, Standing Runes up to 100 points, which is really pretty beefy. So that's pretty good. But you can only take 1 of these units. So the Shrine Keeper can have a single runic tattoo. And then 50 points for weapon runes and 50 points of talisman. So it's pretty big allowance from those. And then so special rules is Blessings of Grimnir, which we'll hit in a sec. Close order, death blow, which means they get to attack back. Gromwell weapons, which gives them, I think it's AP 1, possibly magic attacks, possibly. Hatred, Orcs and Goblins, Munipsych, Loner, magic resistance 2, which is really good. Motley Crew, Resolute Slayer, and Unbreakable. So, Blessings of Grimnir. This model with a special rule may may be nominated to attempt a wizardly dispel as if it were a wizard. However, unlike regular wizards, a Shrine Keeper does not have a level of wizardry. So you've got a range of 21 inches, and then apply a +1 modifier to the dispel rolls. So you don't get runesmiths or anything in this army, which kind of was that this is it's almost like you have to take these guys or just not run anti-magic.
That's so interesting that they've gone 21 inches but plus one modifier. Like they've gone like halfway the aura between the two.
Yeah,
with the level 1 modifier. Do you think that means that they're actually
considering bumping it up later?
Bumping up the level 1 range?
Maybe.
Because the runesmiths and stuff, I think they just dispel equivalent to level 1 or level 3, right? Like, or level 4, whatever.
Yeah. I hope they don't do that.
They've had a different dispel range too.
But there is, I think, I don't know, because the anvil dispels as well. And that might be 21 inches. 21 inches rings a bell.
There's a few of them. And then there's those magic items that do it as well.
Or it could be the range, maybe, of the offensive spells. I'm not sure.
That's an interesting unit. I think the other thing, which obviously we just haven't seen in Old World too much, is just a whole army where it's just unbreakable. Yes, they die, but even if you just have one left, it's still gonna have to sit there, isn't it? And you have to kill it.
Yeah,
pretty much. So, I don't know. Be interesting. I think people will play with this. I know you're not happy with it in a way, but I still think you'll see people trying to play around with it.
I think you'll see play, but I can't. I don't know.
What do you think is going to like? Would you run a big unit and try to make them quite like a key element of your army, or would you just take a unit just enough as a bodyguard for the Shrine Keeper and use it as a dispelling?
Yeah, I reckon I'd go like an MSU style list if I was running this. The only thing I might bring,
pricey, wouldn't it, with a big unit?
Yeah.
They're almost up there with like decent heavy cav.
Yeah, I think the Rangers is about the only unit I'd bring really big. I'd almost
less than a nightmare.
Yeah. It'd be fun. It'd be like, imagine somebody rocking up all these like Doom Seekers. You'd just be like,
Yeah, like, sorry, I can't even see, like, what are these? Like, how do you, like, what would you model them as? Does it talk about that? I've obviously missed.
Nah, it doesn't. Right. Which some people are sort of suggesting
like they should
possibly
be in hoods still. I don't know. Like, even though they're slayers, I feel like, I don't know.
So I don't know. Maybe you'll see a new model. I'm not sure. Could have a multi-kit with Slayers and
if you are listening to this, if there's any good STLs out there that you think fit something like this, I'd love to know as well. That'd be cool. Okay. Do you have enough models to run one of these armies?
Yeah, I've got 40 Slayers, and then I've got heaps of characters, and I've got Rangers. So I'd say yes, I've got possibly 6 Doom Seekers. So I think I could.
See, I know Kieran, like one of our locals, always runs Slayers in 6. So it'd be interesting to see what.
Yeah. Why don't you bring a Minotaur Horde army, and I'll bring the Brotherhood, and we'll have
I just smash in the middle. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'll need to print some. I'll paint my Minotaurs. I printed them.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. Do you realize we've just done 2 of the Arcane Journal bits, and it's halftime through our pod?
Can I also bring Secuda put in Runesmith is 18 inches and +1, Runelord is 21 and +2. It's a mix between the two. I've got the Force of Fantasy up, and interesting to want to clarify this because I found the Rune Law special rule in the Dwarves, and it's got for dispelling. Model with this special rule may not have made an attempt to do a wizardly dispel as if it were a wizard. For the purposes of wizard dispel attempts, Anvil of Doom counts as a level 3 wizard. A Rune Lord counts as a level 2 wizard. And a Rune Smith counts as level 1 wizard. Now, have they errated that since the book came out?
Can't remember. Probably not.
Question, I guess. Maybe they have. Because there's no other. Why would you have a Rune Lord and a Rune Smith now I think about it? Because it's the same kind of thing.
I thought it was errated. But
it might be. I don't know. Yeah.
I would have
I don't have it in front of me.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah,
yeah, changed in 1.5. Yeah, cool. Okay, all right. So that's probably where they're going with it. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be something that does change down the line for level 1s across the board because 18 inches is a very small bubble.
Yeah, it is.
Renegade Crowns.
On the other side of the thing. Well, what do you want to do? We're halfway through.
Are we? It's already even been an hour. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So much rambling.
I might have to skip
I am so keen to see you guys do your what is the worst Arcane Journal, Arcane Infamy battle report series.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's got to happen.
Interesting. We'll have to do this. Surely one of the Wood Elves ones got to get.
Try to work hard to win though. Like it's not like you want to lose. The Wood Elf one. Oh, okay. Well,
there's a few still out there with armies of Inf that you just don't see. So, yeah.
I think it's just because they got so much better options. Like it's like Minotaur Herd, like that. You know,
actually seen a few. Another tournament this weekend came second. Minotaur Herd. And then obviously won, I think, the other day, so last week. Yeah, again, they few and far between, but yeah, kind of interesting. Should I just give the shout outs to the patrons and then we can try and smash this through in maybe half an hour? We might not do it justice, but I think it's one of these ones that I don't even know if you can do it justice straight away. There's so many options in this thing at the moment. I don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah. Maybe we should do it is halfway through, so maybe we should do the shout outs.
Yeah. And we
got a few questions as well though, do we?
The
questions.
Oh God. It's a long one. Okay, cool. Well, I'll give them a quick shout out. It'll be a bonus one by the sound of it. I don't know. Who knows? I will give the patrons their shout out because they've probably been. That's why they joined. That's what they come here for.
They've been anxiously waiting for their name
our
to
paid one of these guys. We have fittingly Anvil of Doom right up there as our latest one. Pretty cool. And I can never say this one. Cisabissimus, something. West Sydney Wargamers feud owner Nicholas Carew, Vinay, Louis Spangaro, McCullen, ASB, the Great Bray Shaman, King Pash, Tom Pickard, Not Matt, Estors, Adam Lamb, the Orange Juicer, Matty, Firebird 7137, Peter Holman, Mark Langley, Matt Hinton, The Old Warrior, Silver Dave, who is still on, I think, Sporadic Sanity, Mark, Nick, Chris Bowler, Drunk Habinate, Ben, Shooter Louie, Benoit, Cam the Dentist, James McKellen, Liam Fallon, Tommy Kublin, Jay McBride, Flatwell's Edge, Sexy, Jelly, Out of the Old World, Keel Hurd, Tommy Dogs, Matthew Klein, Matt Morris, Perfidy, Griff, Jess Tors, Wood Duck, Josh Griffiths.
Jess Tors is still on there twice.
What
the heck?
Yeah. Daniel Broadstock. Sorry, that's your cousin, isn't it?
That's my cousin. Yes.
Elliot Bitcham, Gilthos Draconos, Diesel,
an OG Gamer, at this point.
Robert Z, Seymour Butts, OG Whirler. That's a bit tame, eh? Seymour Butts.
That's a classic. That's like
3 years in the old ones.
Is that from Simpsons? Or
it was in The Simpsons. Yeah, it was using. I'm not sure.
Bobby Gherkin, Gunwitch, and the OG Todd Lloyd. So Sean's still got his funny and the OG Todd Lloyd. Big thank you guys. If you want to join them, patreon.com/oldworldfanatics. We really do appreciate it. Then they send us questions. Is there 1 or 2 questions, Josh, that we can do quickly and then we'll hit the Renegade grounds? Or is that
no, that's a big thing, but that's also big. So the actual questions aren't everything.
Right. Well, do you want to smash through the Renegades and then do these? Because then we'll go into a quick chat about Cafe.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do that then. Okay. We're gonna go as quick as we can on this one because people have seen other people do it. We just want to pick out because this was like almost a full one in a way, isn't it? I feel like if you want to see
a cool one, this is
Renegade
probably for me
one. Yeah. Well. Okay. Well. Yeah. But every item and list entry, I feel like maybe we don't have to.
So far, our commentary's been a little bit of layers of disappointment, just like a tinge of drip here or there, or and maybe a cup. This one, I don't know. This one's actually okay. I like.
Well, you lead it, Josh, because you actually are a big fan of Dogs of War, which this isn't technically in a way, but it sort of is.
Is it supposed to be? I don't know. Yeah, I'm confused of where it sits. I'm confused
where it sits. Why I did the poll.
And I must admit, when I first saw it, I was like, because we had that leak like some months ago about the massively, varied army construction, that type of thing. You got like dwarven influence and full on like Bretonnian exile-ish army. This one is, and it does have elements of Bretonnian stuff in it as well, but not quite as heavily, I guess, as that weird leak was. But I think that one had did it have orcs and stuff in it too or something like that?
Yeah, there was an orc thing, and then I've said that BAMP one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. There was a van one too.
Oh, because wasn't it Savage Orcs as well? Yeah, I don't know, something.
It was insane. Yeah. Anyway, so this one has characters up to 50%. 0 to 1 Renegade Prince per 1,000 points. And then as many Renegade Captains and Outcast Wizards from the Kingdom Britannia Arcane Journal as you would like.
That's a level 3, isn't it? Just
level
straight
3.
Up level 3. Yeah, cool.
Yep. Dark
Nice.
Demonology, something else. Pretty good mixture of
all the good stuff.
Spells options. Then core up to 25%. Well, no, sorry, at least 25%. 0 to 1 Veteran Sellswords per 1,000, so probably 2 units of them up to. And then Sellsword Infantry, Free Blade Knights, and Hireling Outriders. And then also Free Company Militia and Empire Archers from the Empire book, which is cool. What have we got? Special up to 30. Is it 35? No, up to 33%.
33%,
is Veteran Free Blades and up to 2 Border Princes Mortars, which are like your regular mortars, but in the Border Princes. And then rare up to a quarter of your army is Border Princes Brigands and 0 to 1 War Machine per 1,000 points from either Organ Guns or your Border Princes Bombard from the Brett Arcane Journal.
That's pretty good.
And then up to a 33% of mercenaries being any dogs of war from any other Arcane Journal.
I like that. That's cool. And that can expand.
Any unit that has a dogs of war rule.
Expand.
That just occurred to me. I was like, that's such a broad thing that anything in the future that gets released, can just add it in. And then not a big sentence. Note that mercenary units are subject to the misbehaving mercenary rule as described. No, where's the not? There should be a not in that sentence.
Imagine if it wasn't there. With the amount of typos in this book, maybe they just typoed it.
Yeah. It's not too bad.
What I was thinking was if they could just plug in Dogs of War into this Armies of Infamy, then if they re-release, like, for instance, like Regiments of Renown and all that kind of stuff, that automatically just comes into this army book and it slots in. And if it can be run like a non-mercenary, a la a Jade Fleet style, it'd be a very functional, cool list that actually then gets a lot of diversity. Because at the moment, I mean, it's diverse, but it's really out of 3. It's got three units that you can, mix and match and bake to whatever recipe you like. But it is only 3 units and then a couple of characters. So it is as much as potentially kind of diverse in terms of how you equip it. There's not as much flavor, I guess, as it sort of needs to have some of those cool regiments around to come in, I think, and really
otherwise it looks like a really
doesn't have identity. That's what I'm looking for.
Say a bland Empire army, but it is just humans, but it's that it's this other Dogs of War part that would make it look really cool and fun and different.
I think so.
Imagine seeing a bone grinder hanging out there and
So who is there? There's like Outland Ogres, there's the
dwarf dudes.
Dwarf dragon.
Oh yeah, the dwarf. Oh, those guys.
Yeah.
Don't forget those guys. You just say the bone grinder.
Yeah.
And I think there was a 4th one. So the Badland Ogres, the dwarves, the bone grinder.
Oh, normal giant. John said as well, apparently.
Normal giant?
Unless he means bone. I don't know.
Unless he means a bone grinder.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I always find that weird, like if you ever get like
something else.
Goblins,
same
mercenaries, like how they're going to fit in, like because the old Dogs of War, there was like good and bad, but they're kind of together. It was a bit weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, cool. Let's. How do you want to cover this, Josh?
What I was going to say was there is some identity and diversity because of these origins of the characters and stuff. So I got to say, I can't say nothing like that.
Okay.
But and these are kind of cool. Because now the annoying thing with this is that it looks like these special rules are like on different pages to each other or something.
Yeah, I'll have to jump around. Yeah, well, you got the origin, but that's only you have to have an infamous origin for your character thing first. So you got to sort of jump. Where is it? From here, don't you? The infamous origin.
Yeah. So the infamous origin, you pick that one. Then you get some of the special rule in that.
Yeah.
But then
so which way do you want to do it? Do you want to go character one first and then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Can we go back and forth? So I might do, like, if I do the Might of Muragulano, Could we just do this whole thing and then go to the Phalanx as well and cover that too, and then do the Renegade Knight? Probably, because so the Mighty Miragliano for 25 points. So the character with that gets +1 modified leadership, and he gets stubborn and Chilean stoicism special rule, which is a very verbose rule, and it's just annoying because because it comes out of a problem with the design of the stubborn rule as to why this is so complex. But I'm going to read it just because I enjoy the being annoying. Should a character with a special rule join a unit prior to making their first break test of the game, i.e. while stubborn, that unit gains a stubborn special rule. However, should the character leave a unit when they have joined for any reason prior to making their first break test of the game, that unit immediately loses the stubborn special rule. Oh, awful. It's just awful.
Basically, just trying to say that you get stubborn.
That's what it's trying to say. That's trying to say. Just awful. Just awful. All right, can we go back to the other page now for the rest of this character special rules? Why isn't it all just together? So for each character in your army that has the Mighty Miraculous Infamous Origin, being that 0 to 1 unit of sellsword infantry or veteran sellswords may change its troop type to heavy infantry and get the Phalanx special rule for extra 10 points. Phalanx special rule is essentially that to be in combat order. I'll read this out. I think so. Close order in which the majority of models have a special rule is considered to be in combat order rather than marching column, even if it is deeper than it is wide, provided it contains enough models per rank to claim rank bonus. Whilst it's deeper as well, so it can claim a rank bonus, but can also perform a charge move, but it can't march a triple, so it's not in marching column. But then it can get into marching column by going so narrow that it no longer gets a rank bonus,
which is 3.
And the other thing is, it's immune to this first charge rule. It doesn't.
Which I like. That's cool. So basically, you can go 4 wide, and 6 deep, for example. Basically, getting +3 or +2, whatever rank bonus. You can't.
Does it be 5 wide?
No, heavy infantry. Oh, sorry, if you choose the heavy infantry.
Oh, the heavy infantry. Yeah. Cool.
It goes to 4, so therefore 3 would turn into marching column.
That's insane. Right. I actually didn't realize heavy infantry did that. That's cool. Okay, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like it'll actually look sort of like a 6-head army if you ranked this guys up and did this, with a few units.
It is cool. I mean, the one thing this is missing is some kind of long, thin combat weapon that would play into having lots of deep ranks. Something sort of pointy that's later? Like maybe about 10 foot long, maybe.
Starts with a P. I don't know.
It starts with a P. That's all we're giving you.
Here we go.
Right. So now I'll go back to the other one. Is that right?
Yep. Go back to the other one, please.
Okay.
Please.
Hang on, I've got to go down to this
Renegade
Knight.
Renegade Knight, also 25 points. Highborn and haughty, Renegade Knights are often disdainful of lesser warriors. It's a bit harsh. A model with Renegade Knight Infamous Origin gets a +1 modifier to their weapon skill and strength characteristics. So they'd be strength 5 base. That's right. Okay, may purchase magic items from Kingdom of Bretonia, the Force of Fantasy, and the Arcane Journal, and it gets the Noble Disdain and Veteran Special Rules. The Noble Disdain being they're essentially, if your troop type is Cav, it's immune to panic caused by destruction of an infantry unit within 6 inches, or if they flee through it. And I believe that Noble Disdain, if we go back to the other page, that's also an upgrade that Cav get. So for each character in your army that has the Renegade Knight Infamous Origin, 0 to 1 unit of Free Blade Knights or veterans may have the Lance Formation and the Noble Disdain special rules for 2 points per model.
So basically just turning them into Bretts.
Yeah.
2 points per model to get a Lance Formation that argue. I mean, there are some advantages. I'm not saying it's not completely terrible. There is some maneuverability advantages it gives you, and you do get a narrower shape to get more other units in combat. But there does have some serious drawbacks if everything's in base-to-base contact with you, and just the headache of running it. Now so you can have different characters with different things of these, right?
Yeah, in the army, exactly. Yeah. So you can blend them together.
You could have some lance formations with a phalanx going on, and then it'd be and Silver Dave's right. This is what I was thinking too. So you get close order under. I think you got to be unit strength 5 or more to get the close order bonus for a lance formation. It's probably the biggest advantage, really. Lance formation gives you. Noble Outlaw. I'll be back on the other page. Here we are. Cool. Noble Outlaw is 20 points, so 5 points less for some reason. The border princes are filled with ruthless outlaws and cutthroats that claim to be of noble birth. So this character would have +1 modifier to ballistic skill and leadership, gains the hold the line special rule. I forget what that is. That's from the Empire book, isn't it? I forget what it actually does. You can get magic items from the Empire, Horse Fantasy, and Arcane Journal, and you can take any one of the following: a handgun, repeater pistol, short bow, or long bow. And Gomo may take one of the following special rules, but it's cutting off. Thank you. Oh, ambushes or scouts. Oh yeah. That's sort of cool.
Now I've just we haven't got to it. So does that bump him up to, so you could get the BS4. So you can get BS5 on a dude. I'm just wondering where that sits. Does that make things like that dragon bow for the Empire better? I can't remember. Things like that would be interesting.
Are there any so is the Empire, can they get BS5 on the dragon bow?
I wasn't sure. I'd have to go and open it up.
Okay.
ASB would know if it's on, but yeah. But ambushes and scouts, so got some more options.
Mm.
Sorry, I got to go back to the other one. It's confusing. Hang on. That one.
Each character in your army that is a noble outlaw, infamous origin, 0 to 1 unit of hireling outriders may also have the ambush special rule for +1 point per more.
That's pretty good, but the only annoying thing is the ambushing as well. So I don't know, like you want your outriders probably shooting people turn 1 if they could.
Yeah.
But you never know.
We have a helpful comment from Simpson. Dragon Bow is commander of Empire only.
Oh, does it actually say that on there?
Say in the description.
Does it really? Oh, yeah. Okay, damn it. Yeah. There's a couple of these other little ones that hang around. I just can't remember what Empire's got fully, but it'd be interesting to see with the BS, that BS going up if there's anything useful.
Yeah.
All right, we've got one less, the Wandering Duelist. So that's 4. So we've had
I've got to go back.
A Chilean, a Bretonian, an Empire.
We don't know what this one is.
And the Wandering Destro for 20 points. Many a skilled duelist of noble birth has been driven from their home due to intrigue and treachery. So such a model would have +2 modifier to weapon skill characteristic. Gain the mysterious feint and dodge special rule. May not take any weapons with the strike last special rule, and may take additional hand weapon for +3 points. Feint and dodge. Once per game, when an enemy model directs its attacks against a model with the special rule, you
feint and dodge. I thought Rob was right on it. I can't remember. I think it was Rob who said it. I can't remember. He just went, interesting that's the bit that got cut out because it's called feint and dodge as well.
It's very it's beautiful. Now, I think feint and dodge does exist if we go back to the other page in this ridiculously laid out book. So Wandering Duelist rule. So each character in your army with the Wandering Daystro, 0 to 1 unit of Border Prince's Brigands can have a +1 modifier to their weapon skill characteristic for +2 points per model. In addition, once per game. I don't like once per game effects, by the way, guys. I feel like it's poor design. But models within this unit may make enemy models that direct their attacks against them during the combat phase re-roll successful rolls to hit.
Yeah, so that's probably.
I only imagine it's the same effect.
Okay, that's interesting. But once per game is a bit annoying. But
these are like this is kind of like based on the. Is it Tilia? It's meant to be like the Spanish. Is that where the sort of the theme with this is kind of
like for this Wandering Diestro or the whole thing?
Diestro or
the whole, like is it?
No, I think it's a bit of a mix.
I think it's
just meant to be like more of a
because Miragliano is sort of like that Italia, isn't it?
That's literally Intilia, Miragliano.
Yeah, which is like the Italy type.
Italian city.
And this one's maybe.
The Wandering Distro, I think, also is sort of in that world area.
Right.
The Renegade
but they're all
Knight
just from all over the shop. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. The Renegade Knight and the Outrider, it's sort of like, the Renegade Knight is like even more exiled exile than
exile.
the Returning Exile.
Two exiles for the exiles. Yeah.
They're all sort of just outlawry. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And this bigger discussion is though, like, it's frustrating because we tend to always look at this from competitive angles and stuff, which, even though I wouldn't say we're the best at doing it as such, but you just generally do that. But it is cool to see them go, well, maybe that's, they probably don't look at it from that point of view. So it's cool just to see the flexibility of building stuff up. That's, I've seen a lot of comments on the Facebook groups that people are pretty excited about this type of thing, just to build cool looking armies and mix of stuff and, like almost historical looking things as well with different units of humans. So, yeah. It's kind of cool.
Because now we get into the proper just build your own army from whatever the heck you want, really. And I think this actually, now if you think back to Cathay, this is what happens when GW aren't trying to sell models.
Yes. Yeah.
This is actually just fun. Compared to the Shinjingan Lord, who can only be on that monster thing, and that's all the Longma, and that's all they can be on because that's the only model that exists for them. This is just whatever you want, and so you can get a prince for 75 points, the captain for 35 points. They're sort of human hero stat points, although they're the Empire hero, not Bretonnic hero. So 3 wounds, 3 attacks, or 2 wounds, 2 attacks.
And get the Baron.
Leadership 8 only, or leadership 7. Although I think there's a fair bit of warband going on in this army, so that might not be too bad. Then weapon skill 6, weapon skill 5, and strength toughness 4, BS 4. And then they've got just a whole bunch of options: great weapons, halberd, lance, morningstar, warbow, crossbow, pistol, bracer pistol, may take a shield.
I mean, you could just
like
do them up
replace it with heavy or full plate. They may be mounted with a Bard of Warhorse, I think, for Bard of Warhorse, or regular Warhorse, I guess. Those are your 2 options for mounting, which is very... I like that. I actually really quite like there's no monstrous mount option. It's just so much in the fluff, the theme of what this army is supposed to be. It might seem limited in terms of the meta and that type of thing, but I think for the theme, it totally fits. And that could be expanded on later.
How they FAQ'd...
Richmond of Renown down the line. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they FAQ'd the leadership in the Empire army, which is kind of interesting to go up for these guys. So it is cool to see maybe a bit of disparity as well. Even though they're pretty much the same stat line. So sorry, keep
you
going.
can get that leadership buff as well, can't you? Plus the warband, obviously.
There's that. Yeah, depending on which one you choose.
Because then we got the sellsword infantry, which again, so it's got pretty much basic human stat lines, except for the leadership, which is 5, and then the champ has 6. But this unit does have warband, so that seriously changes it. Because if you got 3 ranks, and you have an officer in there, then suddenly leadership 9. So it's okay. Well, actually, they're actually quite high base leadership. So the basic infantry have 4 points.
Oh no, it's any veteran. Sorry, it's veteran.
Yeah, so the basic infantry can have 4 points, and the veterans, which I think have an extra people weapon skill, and that's it. 1 point more, they're 5 points. They come with light armor. So quite cheap, but then you've just got so many
get quite cheap when you start adding
6, 7, 8 for a halberd.
Spears, halberds, great weapons, crossbows, handguns. You might take shields for a point, replace light armor with heavy armor for 2 points. And what have you got at the bottom there? So the veteran sellswords can get drilled for a point. They can get full plate armor for 4 points. Oh my god! Like magic standard for 50 points. The magic standard. So would that be coming from the Empire book, or or is that from the just?
I think it depends on.
Well, does the character give you the? I thought only the character could take those magic items,
Let's
right?
Sorry,
it's not just the whole army.
Yeah, because it doesn't talk about it here, does it?
No. So yeah, no, I think at this stage, unless this gets expanded on, you're sort of limited to
the Empire, I'm guessing.
The core standards only.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Oh, from all three, you're from
the common
Britannia,
magic items. Just common magic items. Like nothing, not even Empire. That's how I see it.
Yeah, okay.
So
true.
you get full plate. And again, the veteran officer can take magic items at 25 points, but again, I think you're limited there. And special rules: close order, detachment, horde, regimental unit, warband for the basic sellswords, and the veterans. If they get anything more, they just get veteran, which makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's just so you can have a crossbowman, you can have detachments, you can have handgunners, you can have great weapons with full plate armor. Yeah, you can make your own great swords. You can really do so much.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, they're just souped up, flexible humans, aren't they? Versus what you get for Empire, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and well pointed. 4 points base
and core. Like you can make basically making great swords, but they're just in core as well if you want. Veteran dudes, great weapons, full plate, drilled.
The only problem with it, I think, and this is something I heard on Squarebase too, was that some of the match play guide things limit cores to 4 of the same unit, which might be an unintended design consequence of when you're designing an army that's like this, where you'll have a whole bunch of the same unit entry.
Yeah, especially annoying. Like it'd be nice if they just allowed you. That was a separate one, and that was a separate one. But
I mean, it makes sense. Like it's very functional the way they've designed it, but unfortunately, they've also designed the comp, which actually is not compatible with this design at all. And then the Freeblade Knights, which there's a typo in this as well.
Oh, is there? I didn't see that one.
So down the bottom, there's actually an option. Any unit of veteran sellsword knights may. so that makes me think, which is hilarious, but that makes me think they actually were originally called these were just sellsword knights and sellsword infantry. And then they decided to rename them to give a bit more distinction between the units and a bit more flavor, I guess. But then they failed to do some proofreading.
I missed that one.
Classic.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, well.
So the Freeblade Knights are pretty, I guess, elite human stats because they were all weapon skill 4, and then the veterans get an extra pip of strength, so they're strength 4. What's the base cost? I can't quite see the base cost of the Freeblade Knight, by the way. It's just behind the World of Phonetics logo.
Oh, 8. Freeblade Knight. Oh, sorry, 18 and then 6.
Oh, 18?
22 and 6.
Oh, yeah, okay, 22 and 6. Okay, all right. And then that's just they come with the warhorse for free, and they've got to pay 3 more points to get a barded warhorse. So so that means a base Freeblade Knight with a barded warhorse would be 21, and then 25 for a veteran.
Yep.
Right. And that's just coming with heavy armor. So these guys are a bit more expensive. And again, you got lots of options: lances 1 point, great weapons 1 point each. The whole unit can get shields for 1 point. Just adds up. You can also, the veterans can get full plate for another 4 points each. They can get magic standard as well. But that does add up. So what are we going to do? If you're going to do lances and shields and barded warhorse for 5 points extra, and what the veterans were 22, so that gets you 27. And then if you go full plate for a 2-up, you're at 31 points each. That's getting pricey.
Expensive human.
Yeah, for one attack, strength for weapon skill for human with
you're going the other way. You get counter charge on the free blades is pretty good.
Getting to they got first charge, close order, counter charge. I think it's massively. If they didn't have counter charge, I agree. I think they've paid for that. I think they costed them to have counter charge. That really.
Have they got another rule that I missed? Because that first charge, Swift stride. What's that other bit of text?
Veteran.
Oh, veteran. Like, oh, duh. Yeah. It's just veteran. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if I'd run. I don't know how expensive. What do you think, Andrew? You think you'd run them quite cheap? Like, would you spring for a 2-up say? Would you go for full plate armor, or do you think you'd just?
Oh, I don't know if I'd go full plate, but I mean, it depends on what you're going to go. Like, if you're going to go full plate with a great weapon, then you're going to have your great weapon guys, possibly like your normal free blades, or you're going to throw like a shield and a lance on. You just have to work it out. But to me, it's just like it's kind of like a silver helm, but with counter charge, and first charge and counter charge together, pretty good, I think.
Yeah,
in the current meta.
Yeah.
Depends on how you can get them up.
Very versatile combo. No, I think they're definitely usable. And then Hireling Outriders, the last unit. So this is complete average human stat line, even leadership 7, 11 points each. With a captain that gets an extra pip of ballistic skill. These guys are light cavalry. These are like fast cavalry pistolary type guys that are
like
quite functional. You can give them cav spears for a point, short bows for a point, pistols for 3 points, or a brace for 6 points. You can give them light armor for a point, heavy armor for 3 points. You can give them all shields if you like for a point. And then going to the bottom. Can you get to the? Have you got another screenshot?
Sorry, I missed that one. Damn it.
So 0 to 1 unit per 1,000 points. Kind of feigned flight, reserve move, vanguard, or a magic stand up to 50 points. I think fire and flee, swift stride, skirmishes, open order was most of their special rules from memory. I don't think they have counter charge.
If they showed me what it was, let's see. Oh, there it is. It is fast cav, fire and flee, open order, skirmishes, swift stride.
So that's pretty good. You can do open order and skirmish, so you can pick your poison. I like when they allow that rather than just straight skirmish.
Rather than having to put it into the army list as such, like replace open order with skirmish as a choice, because sometimes some rules have got you have to do it.
Yes, you can run it.
So they got fire and flee order, but then they can pay for feigned flight as well,
which is really good.
Cool. Yeah, it's just really versatile. I mean, you can give them reserve move as well, so you can still I think it just makes them a very versatile, fun sort of how fast cav should be.
It's sort of how you wanted the bloody pistoliers to be before they made them impetuous in the early days. You know what I mean? When no one took them.
Do they even have reserve move? The pistoliers? I don't think they even.
I can't remember because I don't think I've ever seen him played. Only Outriders, so I don't know. I mean, I think people with the impetuous change, they probably have taken him a bit, but then they've got what are they called? The road wardens now as well. So
yeah. It's pretty it's funny you can get like heavy armor and a shield on like a fast cav. Like it's just
yeah.
Well, I mean, you can design them very bizarrely. Like you can go your heavy armor shield. Cavalry spears.
I
don't know why you would, because you can only take one. It's not like you can take spears and pistols or something. You can really only
this big like ranger dude with just every weapon on him. You can't have that. But
no. But so you got cool options. Lots of options. All right. What's the next one?
It's just the Border Prince's mortars and organ guns.
Right, the organ gun.
Is there any difference thing? They're just normal? Just it's a dwarf organ gun and empire mortars. Oh no, that's the models. Yeah. Because these are just in the core rulebook, aren't they? Equipment, organ gun, mortar.
Yeah, so even the organ gun is being crewed by humans, isn't it? Like the gun crew's got human stats there, so it's not like it's also because actually briefly I thought, it's actually going to have like a little dwarf crew, like a thematic stat line or something, because who else is going to, who could possibly work out how to run this organ gun? It's got to be a dwarf, right? But
So the organ gun just sits. It's basically the 2 dice version of a Hellblaster, isn't it?
Mm.
Is there any different in the range? Is it 30 inch or is it 24? Do you remember?
No, I think it's 18. I'm pretty sure 18 or 24.
What?
Maybe no, it must be 24. I think. I'll have to look.
Oh, look at that! Sorry, I did put that. I did have that other slide. I just had it in the wrong order. There you go, Busk.
Oh.
Down the bottom there. So I did have it.
30. I was massively off.
I think because I think the Hellblast is only 24 or something. So I think the organ's a bit further.
Yeah.
So it's actually interesting because that's sort of good to have that in the Empire Army, which is cool.
I should know this. These are my armies.
Haven't played dwarves in a while though.
Nah, I'm off it. I'm off it.
Oh, it is 30. Oh my god.
Mm.
It is 30.
Yeah. I'm assuming, and correct us if I'm wrong, that they're all the same point. Oh, actually, is it the same? It's probably less because of human crew. It's probably a cheap organ gun. And you can't put runes on it.
Oh, it's actually more. So it's 120 in the book.
Oh.
Ooh.
So 5 points more for this, but you can't put runes on it. Interesting. Okay. Is it
And
tough
you can't have
7
an
in
engineer.
the...
Yeah, it's tough 7, 3 wounds.
I thought some of the war machines were tough 6. Now I can't remember.
Yeah, the flame cannon is tough 6. So I've got it in front of me. And the bolt thrower is tough 6.
Can the organ gun not have runes on it?
Oh.
I think it's
Yeah, no, they're pretty good.
Yeah, no, I can't. You're right. Yeah, the grudge thrower, bolt thrower, and cannon only. So the flame cannon and organ gun can't.
Yeah, they're too new.
Too new.
Order Princess Mortars, mortars are. I mean, there's a lot of infantry around, so some of these big template weapons make you wonder. Oh well, what do you think? I mean, you were excited about this, Josh, more just from the just variability and
Oh, I'm sort of excited about the potential that it has as a skeleton for becoming
Dogs of War potentially.
Like the core of a larger sort of Dogs of War release, I think.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Because by itself, I feel like that's not enough flavor and coolness yet. But I think they've designed it really cool, and as I said, I feel like there's different design people go at work here. this army is sometimes this game. But it's a very much open book. And the different origin stories for different characters is quite cool as well.
And I'll reiterate what I said at the beginning. All we've done is gone through the rules here too. So it'd be very interesting to see how this ties into some of that narrative, because I haven't looked at anything. I know Stu from Miniature Realms or whatever does a bit of the review on that part of the book, but I watched it. So be interesting to see. And like I said, if we can get more models from Dogs of War into there down the track, even though they are misbehaving mercenaries, take the competitive side out. I mean, you can make some pretty cool looking, interesting.
Yeah, they may be, or they may release some regiments of renown, but then they'll be going like, but this can be taken as like a special or rare choice in a Renegade Crown list or something like that too. So they've still got lots of room for design, depending on where they want to go with those.